I used to honestly admire how the pilot looks and also the way they dressed. So I was like, wow, this...
Big breaks never come. Consistency, that's the heavy lifting. Yeah. Sometimes it's about keeping others off the streets, keeping others from crime.
Can't help but smile when you were speaking, because this is beautiful, because you are putting the customer forward. And hey there, welcome to Yango Unraveled, the podcast where we shine a light on Yango and the various work we're doing here to not only better people's lives, but to better the community in which we operate. I'm your host, Tapiwa, and on every episode, we give you these stories and dive deeper into the platform. Now, as you can tell, I am in the football mood, just as the rest of the world is, with the FIFA World Cup officially kicking off a few weeks ago. A lot has happened. And sadly, the team that I was supporting, Senegal, is no longer in the race. So I have to find another team I'm going to jump onto. And I'm very curious to understand who you're supporting this FIFA 2026 World Cup. You can leave us a comment where you're watching this podcast from. But we are not left behind. Yango is not left behind with the hype around FIFA World Cup, and that is the drive for our conversation today. I've got two guests. One is a Yango driver, another is a Yango courier, and both of them are maximizing this mood. And I'm curious to understand how they're doing that. Maximum gains, maximum profits, and it all is centered around the FIFA World Cup. We're getting to that conversation very soon, so stick around. I'm joined now by one of my guests today, and this is Jonathan Lungu. He is a partner of Yango in that he operates on the platform and he uses it on a daily basis. And there's a few things that are very interesting about Jonathan and his story and how he operates. And that is why we have him on the show, for him to give us all that good stuff. Jonathan, thank you so much for making the time to be here. I also know that you have an appointment soon, so I'm thankful that you are here and you're going to share with us your story.
Thank you so much for having me this afternoon. I'm really grateful, honestly. It's been an honor to be on this podcast.
Now, I'm asking my guests on the show who they're supporting for the World Cup. As you can tell, I'm wearing Senegal, but unfortunately, at the time when we're filming this, Senegal is out of the race for winning the World Cup. I don't know if I was very hopeful, but they're out. Do you have anyone that you're supporting for this year's World Cup?
This year's, I was watching the game which Congo was playing. So I was supporting Congo at that point.
Do you think an African country will take it, will bring it home? Or maybe we're just too hopeful for this year again?
You never know. Football is football.
Yeah.
Where
true.
you think this one will go the other side, then the wind will blow it to the other side. So we can't predict anyway.
That is true. Now, Jonathan, when someone sees you here, they'll probably be thinking you are working in the army or something and you are in the defense forces, but that's not quite the reason why I address this way. It has a lot to do with your work using the Yango platform. Tell us a little bit about how you approach Yango and why you are particularly dressed the way you are.
Thank you so much. This has been a gradual process. I used to wear ordinary clothes back then when I was starting doing the online taxi. So I saw the approach that I took differently, where starting viewing things or see this beyond even Yango. So I had to start welcoming people in a different way. And also I started doing certain activities on board. And I used to honestly admire how the pilot looks and also the way they dressed. So I was like, wow, I need to take it in a different way. Now I'll be Captain Jonathan, the land pilot. So honestly, I make people experience the flight on the land, where I put extra or incentives like bottle of water, some mints, there's cables or 3 types of cables, and also there's free Wi-Fi on board. Then I ask the clients if there's a route that they might suggest we use in case, or we follow suggested by the application, or they want us to play music, or we go quiet, or we listen to the radio. So that way, that's how I also designed this uniform you see I'm putting on now. And also, I registered transport business. It's called the Premium Taxi Service, where I do appointments. And also, whenever they are quiet, I use Yango. So this is how it is.
Captain Jonathan, first of all, I can't help but smile when you're speaking, because this is beautiful, because you are putting the customer forward. And dare I say, in the couple of years that I've been using the service, I've not come across someone as unique as you in terms of the service that you're doing. So big ups in terms of how you are taking it a step further to give that client experience that you're giving them. I'm very curious to understand where all this came from. You mentioned that you admire how captains do it in terms of flights and planes, but really, where is this extra drive to go a step further in providing that quality service really come from?
All right. So I've noticed that here in Zambia, mostly we are not focusing much on customer service. So I took a deliberate step where I think, okay, from now on, this is what I'll be doing. I know it's costly, but you know where your heart is, you always put in the best. So this is how it's been. It started very, very slow. Like I started with some mints at first. Few people were, welcoming the idea. Others were criticizing. Others were like, oh, in other countries, actually, they do this. In other countries, just so I got all these ideas through my customers and also through me putting it into practice. And this is where we are at the moment.
Run me through some of the feedback you've gotten from clients that have worked with you and they've ordered, they're getting into that car and they notice you've got a bottle of water, you've got some mint, you've got 3 different types of cables for them to charge their phone. You're asking, another big one is sometimes people prefer to ride in silence. You take it a step further and ask, do you want us to talk? Do you want me to be quiet? Do you want to listen to music? So what is the feedback that you've been getting from clients that get into your vehicle and you are hitting them with all that good stuff?
Honestly, this has been unbelievable feedback that I always receive on board. Initially, that tells that most of the time we forget that we are valued as people. It's more like you've been in a place where you don't expect anything, then you are just treated on a different scale. Like others were like, I feel like I'm valued today. I was like, yes, you are valued. So if there are places where you feel people don't value you, here I give you 100% value. And others, they will choose, yes, let's go quiet. But at some point, they'll start talking. Then we end up chatting like we've known each other for a long time. Yeah, so the feedback, honestly, has been overwhelming. Very positive reviews I always receive. A lot of people, they welcome this idea, they are always welcoming. And also they keep on supporting, keep up. All that also helps to push forward as well.
Now, Captain Jonathan, you mentioned something at the beginning of our conversation, which was currently you have one vehicle.
Right.
That's what you're operating with. And when you joined the business and started doing what you're doing, you have a vision of where you want to take this. And this is a critical foundation that you're building.
Right.
You want to own a fleet and the like. Explain to me just a little bit about what you want to achieve and what you want to do through Yango, that you're operating this, you're taking it a step further with your service. What do you want to see happen through this platform?
All right. Thank you so much for that wonderful question. I would like to engage a lot of young people, especially the youths. In doing that, it will help a lot of them to, to have this kind of services that will make people to keep on using these platforms. If we continue with the positive mindset concerning the customer service, and that will make Zambia, Lusaka, and also other people from other countries to say, no, we are going in Zambia just to make sure that we experience this kind of services. It looks small, but this is honestly it's a big thing.
Captain Jonathan, it's a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you so much for all you're doing. And I really just wish you all the best. I hope one of these days when I'm getting a ride to get to work, I can just capture you so I can experience the service that you're giving most people. And I hope a lot of people that are watching this podcast will pick a thing or two and go a step further for the client.
Right. It's been an honor, honestly, and looking forward, since we've spoken to you today. Honestly, next time you catch my ride. And for the people out there, we need to honestly save people in a different way. I understand with my fellow drivers, issues of, when you're doing customer service, they look on the other side in terms of pricing, but we look beyond the pricing. So that will help also. So we need more. I need to train more drivers. I just need a platform where I can engage them, maybe 5 of them, personally, 1-to-1, so that they understand how these things are done.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Let's make it happen. And we'll see you out there, Jonathan. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, sir.
So I'm speaking to one of my guests on this particular episode of Yango Unraveled. This is Mike. He is a partner of Yango. He does more of the courier services, and he's been working for quite some time now. And want to touch a little bit about how business has been and a little bit about how the change has been with the World Cup starting about a few weeks ago and how business has been. Mike, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you very much, Tapiwa. I'm grateful to be here in the first place.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure, really, to interact with you.
Thank you so much. I know you're busy and we're going to get into that. But before we get into the work you've been doing, have you been catching up with the World Cup?
Via the ears only, and maybe some scripts that I can read here and there. Otherwise, it's been busy. Yeah. It's been busy trying to catch the money, when you're a guy like me doing gigs, when there's an opportunity for those gigs to happen, you utilize it to the max.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the first 2 to 3 weeks that the World Cup has been going on, I've not been able to watch the games. I would love to, but there are orders to be delivered, man.
Oh, you have to make the money. You have to make sure you make the money.
You have to make as much as you can when you can.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Especially when it's clean money.
Especially if it's clean money. That's a good point. But so you are catching up with just the updates. This guy's won. This is the next game.
Lost.
They're But do you have a favorite in the World Cup? Do you have a favorite team that you want to see go all the way?
Sadly, it's not a team. It's because of a player.
Oh, don't tell me it's Portugal.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's Argentina.
It's the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
So you're on the GOAT side, eh? I mean, a lot of people, I don't want to offend anyone who's going to watch this show and this episode, but there's always that spark. So you are on Messi's side.
No mentioning names. I didn't mention any name. I only mentioned
there's
that
only
it's
one
because
guy
of the
we
player.
can talk about when we're speaking about Argentina, but it's fine. So Argentina side, that's cool. Recently, Ronaldo has been catching up as well, but we won't get into the dynamics of the two. But I know I'm looking at your face and I know you're about to mention something. Zefon, full-blown debate here. No, Mike. We're not talking about those two guys. We're not. So you're looking at Argentina going all the way.
Allow me to make one statement at least.
Sure, let's go.
Yeah, so
I'm expecting this.
One is told is a god. One tells people is a god.
Yeah, Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just
we'll leave it at
one.
that.
Yes. Thank you.
We'll leave it at that. Okay, perfect. So when we were speaking before the camera started rolling, you mentioned that you had a bit of a spike just at the beginning when you were starting. The past couple of weeks have been pretty busy with your orders and work at the beginning of the World Cup. Why you interacting with these people that are ordering and the clients? What do you think this is?
People don't want to leave home, seemingly, because they always have a match upcoming that they probably don't want to miss.
Yeah.
I think that would be the case because actually most of these orders, for your own information, have been food orders. Yeah. So there's more of food being ordered than normal, really, I think.
Yeah.
Because people don't want to leave home.
Yeah. Is this something that you've seen happen before when you have certain events happening, maybe around the world, around the country, and people want to stay in more? Or is this something that you consider as new, where you have that event and then there's a spike in your work?
I would really say this is something new. I'm yet to watch how people would treat the period of the elections when people want to listen to who is top, who is following. Because I believe at that period as well, people will not want to leave much their homes because of probably security concerns and also wanting to watch the updates as they come live on TV. So this, I would say, is something new. Yeah, I'm watching this space for other world events and observe how really it works.
All right. From your end, you having operated for quite some time with Yango and you've built a business out of it, how are you taking advantage of this particular occurrence with the World Cup? People are staying in. Are you trying to maximize it as best as you can, and how are you doing that?
Yeah, I'm putting in my level best. I've actually engaged one or two other people that we are doing deliveries with. Okay. Of course, they are doing them on their own, but I have my own way of benefiting from them doing their work. Yeah. Otherwise, I can say in instances like this, what we do is put in your level best, put in your all.
And you've actually answered my next question because I wanted to get into during this period that there's this influx and you're pushing hard. If there's any sense of collaboration between Yango partners, and you've answered that. Is this something that is also new to you in a sense? And run me through just the experience of you being able to partner with other individuals who are doing the same work as you, just to maximize on this period.
Well, I would say it's fulfilling, especially if you can find someone who is able to reason at the same level as you are, and you've realized you've showed them something that has changed them forever. I'll give an example of this particular individual. He's a health practitioner. He actually had an offer for a job, and he was like, I'm not in need of a job. I'm looking for employment, yes, but I'll not get it as though I'm someone who is in need of a job. I don't know if you understand the difference between being desperate for a job and just looking for a job, but you're okay where you are. There's always that difference that this brings. You can be a profession, you can be an undergraduate, you can be someone who's just come off high school. I think it's something that has helped. For me, it has been an eye-opener, really, in a lot of ways.
Now, that is good to hear because you have collaboration is really the one way we can get further. Working in isolation doesn't really do much for people, but if you can partner with people and go forward, is going to unlock so much for you. And that is why even here at Yango, we pride on the partnerships with individuals who are using the platform to better their lives. I want to touch a little bit about you and this period. I mean, you're a finance guy, you're a money guy. The people watching and they're interested in getting into the business. I know you've got plans of expanding. Despite some of the hurdles you might face here and there, you're looking at the bigger picture and how you can push forward. For people who are a bit reluctant about joining this, maybe they are looking for what one would consider as a big break or an opportunity. And now they're hearing you talk about a partner of yours who is a health practitioner but has decided to do this. What do you have to say to people who I mean, I just, waiting for that big break, but there's this platform available.
Big breaks never come. Consistency does the heavy lifting. Yeah. That's how I can put it. To tell you, I think I've been doing this for close to 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in these 2 years, I've not seen what, I don't know how I can put it, really. Yeah. What I've seen in these 2 years is kind of a breakthrough.
Yeah.
Should I call it that? It's more than I have imagined in 2 years. Yeah.
And it's been 2 years. You're pushing for another 2 years, even further than that. I'm just curious to understand what sort of vision you have for yourself. What are you looking to achieving or even doing with this journey that you started about 24 months ago?
What I'm looking forward to put together is probably an entity that that can be a reminder that at some point I was a partner of this team.
Yeah.
And this is what I realized from them. This is what I learned, and I managed to put together probably that business there that I can point to. Hopefully at the time it will be able to self-sustain. Even in my absentia, it should be able to operate.
Yeah.
And probably keep 1 or 2 other lives. One thing I'm realizing about business, it's not really about an individual making money. Sometimes it's about keeping others off the streets, keeping others from crime. And this, believe me, has gone a long way here in Lusaka. It has gone a long way. Many of us that are in this were unemployed at the time. When we learned of this opportunity, it has done it. Well, should I call it damage? Yeah, it has done a lot of damage in terms of not having where to stand on. Yeah.
Well, Mike, I resonate very deeply with you when you speak about sometimes what we do is benefiting us, yes, but it does even more for the next person. So we're creating opportunities not only for ourselves, but even bigger opportunities for other people. So I resonate with you so deeply with that, because it's something even from this week I've thought about. So right time, right place. Thank you so much for saying that. And Mike, it's been a pleasure speaking to you. Even when the camera is off, speaking about how you're starting, I get a sense that you really want to, build something bigger, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much. Stay blessed as well.
Thank you. What I love about my job here is meeting these unique people who have unique situations and are going out there every day to make life better for themselves. And it's very evident today, very inspired by Captain Jonathan, who is taking a step further to ensure that he's giving people unmatched experience. This experience with how he is meeting them, how he is making a journey out of their journey with him until he drops them off. That's very inspiring to see that someone is thinking about the client and they want to give them that full experience. With Mike, we're looking at how he's being innovative. And a lot of the people that we speak to here are not working in silos. We have younger partners who are collaborating with one another. And Mike is doing just that, engaging other people during this very busy period with the FIFA World Cup. And above all, you're looking at these two individuals who are looking and finding, I want to say loopholes, but taking advantage of specific situations and the environments they're working in to maximize on the work that they're doing. And it's truly yielding great results. I just love hearing these stories, interacting with these people. And that is what Yango Unraveled is all about. The next episode is no different. So join me next time with another Yango-filled conversation, and you get to understand how people are making a difference in their lives, and also hopefully inspire you to jump on the bandwagon and do something for yourself that is going to blow your mind. My name is Tapiwa. Until next time, make sure you subscribe to our channel, and wherever you're watching and listening to this podcast, we are always here to make a good time out of these conversations. Until next time.